All right, I think we can start.
Yes, Nilesh sir, you can start. Yeah.
Right. So good evening once again. Good evening, everyone, and warm welcome for 12th webinar by Basin Christian Business Association, an initiative of Basin Christian Foundation. This is now today's program is the 20th online event. We had 11 online knowledge sharing sessions so far. Today's is 12th one. We had 5 monthly meetings and 3 virtual site visits, including one to Estonia in Europe through Zoom application. Now, before we commence the proceedings, a gentle request to all of you to keep your surroundings on silent mode and then move to a better internet zone. BCBA म्हणजे एका चळवळीचा प्रवास, ख्रिश्चन उद्योजक आणि व्यावसायिकांचा एका स्वप्नांचा, उपलब्ध संसाधनांचा वापर करून आपल्या समुदायासाठी उद्योजकता कौशल्य तयार करणे आणि एकमेकांची वाढ करणे, पारदर्शकता, वचनबद्धता, उत्कृष्टता आणि विश्वास या तत्वांवर. Let us begin the meeting and this webinar with prayer, and I request Herman D'Souza to lead us in prayer.
हे प्रेमळ पित्या, आम्हा वसईतील सर्व ख्रिश्चन व्यावसायिकांना बसिन ख्रिश्चन बिझनेस असोसिएशनच्या नावाने एकत्रित केल्याबद्दल आम्ही तुझे आभार मानतो. आमच्या असोसिएशनच्या पदाधिकाऱ्यांना तू दूरदृष्टी आणि कृपा दे. त्यांना आलेल्या संकटावर मात करून सभासदांनी चांगल्या तऱ्हेने मार्गदर्शन व प्रेरणा द्यावी म्हणून तुझी विशेष कृपा आम्हास दे. हे प्रभू येशू, तुझ्या नावाने सभासदांनी ख्रिस्ती मूल्यानुसार एकजुटीने एकमेकांसाठी व्यवसाय संधी निर्माण करून मदत करावी व व्यावसायिक समृद्धी बरोबरच आमची आध्यात्मिक प्रगती व्हावी म्हणून तुझी विशेष कृपा आम्हास दे. हे पवित्र आत्म्या, आमच्या भावी पिढीतील मुलांना आम्ही आदर्श बनावेत. आमच्या व्यावसायिक कार्याद्वारे वसईची व सर्व सभासदांची उत्तरोत्तर प्रगती व्हावी अशी प्रार्थना आम्ही तुझकडे करतो. या आमच्या स्वर्गीय बापा, तुझे नाव पवित्र मानले जावो, तुझे राज्य येवो, जसे स्वर्गात तसेच पृथ्वीवरही तुझे इच्छेप्रमाणे हो. आमची दररोजची भाकर तू आज आम्हास दे. जसे आम्ही आमच्या अपराध करणाऱ्यांना क्षमा करतो तसेच तूही आमच्या अपराधांची क्षमा कर. आम्हाला मोहात पडू देऊ नकोस, पण वाईटापासून आम्हाला सोडव. आमेन.
Thank you, Herman sir. Now, may I request our own Dinah Satam to give introduction about BCBA and just background since its formation.
Thank you, Nilesh. Good evening, everybody. I would like to introduce BCBA. Formed and commenced working in September 2016. Registered for charitable purpose under Societies Registration Act. Objective to unite Christian business persons and to create possibilities of self-employment for the society. Any Christian person with business, aspiring businessmen, students desiring for business can join. Currently 300 plus registered members. Registration is possible online at www.bcba.co.in/register. Monthly networking meeting for members. Till date, we have successful 47 meetings completed. Members get the benefit of webinars, members presentations, stalls, discounts, and sense of believing. Over to you, Nilesh. Thank you.
Thank you, Diana. Now I invite our David DeMonte to give just background of today's participants. Now this will help our speaker to mold his session accordingly. David, if you're there.
Yeah. Good evening, friends. Today's participant, as you see, most BCBA member groups, total 25 numbers are there. Through Facebook and WhatsApp group, 6 people are there. Invitation by BCBA member, 2 visitors are there. Others, 1 number. So total 34 participants are there today. So we all welcome you for this beautiful evening and for the meeting. Thank you.
Thank you, David. And out of those 34 participants, we have 26 who are into business, 6 professionals who work independently, and we have 2 participants who are into teaching profession. Now I request our Samson Gomes to unmute and introduce all the members and guests individually and welcome them.
Hello everyone. Good evening. Today we have guests. Is the screen on? Yes. Everyone can see the screen. We have different type of members and with different businesses in this BCBA today's meeting. Herman D'Souza from Herman Homes, Samson Gomes, SJ Designs, Nilesh Menezes from NM Consulting, David DeMonte giving best solutions, Pius Miranda, Sky Broadband and Miranda Estates, Besti Ruben, Immigration and Education Services, Dinah Satam, Neil Consultancy Services, Colin Sequeira, D'Souza's Best Homes, Brian Dabre, Cornerstone Financial Planning and Advisory Services, Ronnie Fernandez, Novo Consultants, Paul Brito, Yes Agri and Aqua LLP, Ina DeCosta, Bakes from Home, John Pinto, Tech Flow Engineers, Rajesh Rodriguez, MR Packaging and Business Services, Clevis Toscano, Indo-Baltic Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Amita Carvalho, Amita's Classes, Suresh Alfonso, Automobile, Satej Menezes, Sanpra, Salome Gonsalves, Tender and Spices, Neville Carvalho, Carmine Communications LLP, Pius Miranda, Sky Broadband, okay, he's repeated, I guess, Sky Broadband and Miranda Estate, Dominic Lobo, Lupson Developer, Alex Narona, Solutions, Noel Pereira, Javed Habib, Rahul Nayak, Insight India Travels, Joel D'Souza, Ice Agon. We welcome all these members to the session and hope you take much benefit from our passionpreneur Raymond. We welcome our guests also who have registered first time or second time, and we request them to ask the fraternity members and take the opportunity, join the group, do the networking. Anil Gracious, Basin Flavors, Alvin DeMello, Jason's Logistics, Milton Murzello, Richard Travels, Sunil Andrades, Brainware Enterprises, Concesao DeCosta, Physiofit, Sandra Almeida, Viva College, Longinus Coutinho, RL Goat Farm, Uruel Lopez, Apron Software Private Limited, Dilip Raul, Ideas Unlimited, DR Inc. We welcome these guests. We also want that they should join and take the 100% benefit from the group. We have more than 350 people now in the group from Vasai Virar till Dahanu and some of them outside Vasai who are doing business in Vasai. So thank you. Over to Nilesh.
Thank you, Samson. Now we go directly to the speaker session, and I invite our Colin Sequeira to introduce our speaker for the day.
Thank you, Mr. Nilesh. I'm highly honored to present Mr. Raymond D'Souza, a passionpreneur coach come business strategist. He was a model seminarian and respected and diligent professional. He reached the peak of his employee career at a national level position at the group headquarters of one of India's most successful companies and was suddenly sacked after his next job switch. He was unemployed, confused, depressed, and lonely for several months. He went down physically, emotionally, spiritually, and subsequently financially, until he realized God wanted him to climb a different mountain. Realizing that if this can happen to him, it could happen to others too. This experience became the pivot point of his transition from a profession to a vocation. All of his past coalesced into a burning desire to irreversibly empower others who fall into the same boat, to elevate their game and move them to higher levels of professional and social contribution through commercial and social enterprises. He evolved as a trainer, facilitator, and business coach. Today, he is the only business coach in India, offering 6 levels of progressive entrepreneurial growth and expansion to those committing themselves to his path of passion-based entrepreneurship. Raymond D'Souza calls passion-fueled entrepreneurship as passionpreneurship. As a passionpreneur coach, he handholds passion-based entrepreneur CEOs to start, turn around, and grow themselves and their businesses. The highly specialized professional services he offers are confidential, personalized, and designed completely around the deepest pains and vulnerabilities of the entrepreneur CEO. Thank you, and I am pleased to present Mr. Raymond D'Souza to you all.
Thank you,
Over to
Colin.
Mr. Thank you, sir.
Thank you for your kind words. And let's begin. So we all get into a profession or into business to actually change our lifestyle and the lifestyle of our family. Unfortunately, sometimes along the way, we lose track and we get lost and not knowing where we are. Today, we will take stock of exactly where we are, because if you want to move to the next level, you first need to know where you are today, where you are currently. Only then can you move ahead from there. So let's begin. And Nilesh, are we having any poll before we begin?
Hello.
No, sir, you can carry. No, sir, you can carry on.
So I am extremely sorry. I mean, I just got a very sad news from my team member. So I'll have to log out. You please carry on.
Okay.
Yes, yeah, okay.
Okay. So let's begin. And what I'm going to take you through is called the spectrum, because this is where you will get to know the level at which you are. And before we begin, we need to know what are the 5 operating principles of the spectrum. So these are the 5 principles. 1, we are all in the spectrum. So there are no exceptions. Whether you like it or not, whether you are aware of it or not, you are in the spectrum. Just like gravity, it applies to every single human being. The spectrum is always here. It is a map for your journey, and your level determines your reality. And last of all, your wealth is your choice. Now, this may seem common sense, but what you need to understand is most of the time, this choice is not made consciously, but unconsciously. And let us see what the spectrum has to offer us. These are the 9 levels. Let's take time to just go over this, and it is written in a bottom-up manner. So it actually shows how you progress up the spectrum levels. The first level, so these spectrum levels are 9 in number, whereas the rainbow has 7 colors. So the colors of the rainbow have been taken, and we have added 1 at the beginning and 1 at the end. So infrared is not a color that can be seen with our naked eyes. Similarly, ultraviolet is also not in the visible spectrum. So that is how we get 9 colors, and they have been linked to the 9 levels. So who is a victim? The victim is one who has got negative cash flows. That means he or she is spending more than earning. So this is a measurable metric. So everybody needs to check this at the end of the month. If what you have spent is more than what you have earned, you are at victim level, and the zeros do not matter. So even if you are a billionaire, but you have become bankrupt, you land up at victim level. Next level is at the end of the month, nothing left for me. So this is a hand to mouth situation. So this is the next level for entrepreneurs. At victim level, we are drowning. We are in the water. At survival level, we are not drowning. We are treading water, but we are still in the water. At victim level, negative cash flows. At survival level, net cash flow is zero. What is coming in is going out. And that is why there is nothing extra that is left for me. So the third level is better than this. Now you are on dry land, but you have to work hard. And this is how you land up on a treadmill. So I work hard to make a living. Level 4, the first 3 levels, you are dependent. At level 4, you become independent. I do what I love and create my own flow. So you exercise influence as well. So this is where professionals come into their own. This is where business persons come into their own. They are still the most intelligent person in their business, but they are able to get satisfaction and fulfillment from what they do. All the remaining levels are interdependent. So dependent, independent, interdependent. So from level 5 onwards, there is interdependence. So at performer level, I create flow through team and rhythm. So this is where I've got a team who can work individually as well as together. And they are using systems and processes which have already been spelled out. And therefore, when they work synergistically, you have rhythm. So this is what is team synergy. This is what is, at this level, the entrepreneur is an enterprise owner because the team is able to run the show without the physical presence of the owner. At level 6, the entrepreneur becomes a multi-business owner. So he owns multiple businesses. So even within BCBA, you will know names who are at this level because they've got multiple businesses, multiple business partners, and multiple investments. Next level is trustee. I have the trust of the market. At this level, currency changes. Now trust becomes the currency. And how you are able to use trust and leverage it determines your success. At composer level, you make the rules of the game. So this is where we have people in politics, in government, and now increasingly billionaire entrepreneurs are making the rules of the game. So this is how you can make out at what level. These 8 levels is what you can work toward. 9th level is what humanity, civilization determines for you. So what is legend? Legends are a sign of their time. These are the people we study in history. They are the ones who have made history. They are legends, and that is why we remember them. So example, the freedom struggle, whether it is India's or any other countries, those are the people who that country and the people in those countries will remember, and study as well as respect. Let's go over these 9 levels again. So the first 3 levels comprise what we call as the foundation prism. The next 3 levels is enterprise prism, and the top 3 levels are alchemy prism. First level is about personal mastery. Next 3 levels is about market mastery, mastery of the commercial world. The top 3 levels is about succeeding in society. So this is an integrated model. So we take the 9 levels and this is the way we arrange it. You are not able to hear me?
Can hear you.
We can hear you.
Okay. So when we take the 9 levels and arrange it like this, we are taking them in pairs starting from victim. So you will find a pair like victim and survivor, worker and player, performer and conductor, trustee and composer. And legend is right on top in a class by itself. Why are we doing this? So let's understand one more aspect before I take you to that. There is a formula for wealth. So please note this formula. Wealth is equal to value into leverage. And there is also a definition of wealth which you can make a note of. Wealth is what is left when you have no money. So that would make for a very interesting definition. Imagine, wealth is what is left when you have no money. In other words, wealth is made up of all intangibles and not tangibles. So this is the basis on which the science of wealth dynamics is actually created. It makes a very clear distinction between wealth, which is intangible, and money, which is measurable. So stocks, property, debt, coins, currencies, all this would be coming under money. These are measurable, these are tangible. What is wealth then? Can you please unmute yourself? If I say wealth is what is left when you have no money, then what is wealth? Please unmute yourself and share your ideas with me. What is wealth?
Something you gather over a period of time.
Like what?
Maybe if you are salaried and you accumulate some wealth, and then you would like to put into some business, or maybe to buy a property or something like that.
No, what are you accumulating?
Money.
No. So that is not wealth. That is again money. Money is money. Money is not wealth.
It's our wisdom. It's
Yes.
your knowledge.
Very good. So as you are giving these answers and I'm telling you, right, or whatever, please make a note of this. So wisdom, yes. Wonderful. What else? What else is wealth?
Anything that has a market value is wealth.
No. Anything
Experience.
that has market value is money.
Experience.
Yes. Yes, that is wealth.
Power.
Correct.
Power.
Power. Where does the power come from? What does it come from?
Knowledge.
So depends.
Yes.
Power
So
could be.
Knowledge.
is wealth. Let
Self-confidence.
Yeah. Yes, who is speaking?
Self-confidence.
Rudy, hello. What I feel is we'll go tomorrow morning when Gio is booking.
Yeah, I
We
think.
would be having a contact with the customers. अभी जाएगा तो हम लोग करेगा तो लोग ये नहीं.
Ron.
What else is wealth? There was a lady who was speaking.
You have an email which says that you can
Yeah.
go and give it.
Alex,
Yes, there was
please
email.
mute yourself.
Please mute yourself.
Someone speaking background. Yeah, please.
Okay, this is Nina. Raymond, this is Nina.
Yeah, Nina.
So I was talking about power. So when I say power, it's not the monetary power. It's probably something, probably I don't know if it's on par of being a legend or no, but
Okay.
but my name, someone would trust me. So that's
So,
something when I'm talking about
So
power.
Nina, what is why do we respect certain people?
Because maybe of they are because they have money, maybe they have good business prowess, because
Do we respect
they are
people?
religious gurus, maybe.
Okay. So Nina, I'm asking you a question. Do we respect people because they have money, or because they are people of character?
Mostly because people of character, actually, yes.
So character is wealth.
Well, even due to their principles which they follow.
That also is wealth. Brilliant. Are you getting the difference between money and wealth? Are you
Yes.
getting this?
Yes,
So
sir.
please get this very, very important distinction, because for us, everything becomes the same. In this science, we are clearly separating the two. Anything that can be measured is money. All the rest which is intangible, your reputation, your character, all these come under wealth. So now, how does the formula work? You first create value, then you leverage that value. Now what happens is, most of the time we use leverage, but we may use leverage without leveraging the value that is created. So there is a disconnect. So the two gears are not connected to each other. You will not get traction. Making sense? So first you create value, then you leverage the value which you have created. So which means your first step is to know what is the value you create. And that clarity is very, very important, because that is what you hold on to. Leverage can always change. Yesterday you had an offline business, today it is online, but your value that you create remains the same. Please get this. So this is how, when you differentiate the two, you know what to hold on to and what to let go. Second is, only value can be leveraged. When you don't leverage value, you end up with a bubble. Now, do you understand why bubbles happen in the stock market? Because of derivatives. Derivatives don't have underlying value. So this is how bubbles get created. When value is leveraged, you get wealth. But when there is nothing underlying and you are leveraging emptiness, you end up with a bubble. Okay. So now you have personal wealth as it is spelled out over here. So the first pair, victim and survivor, equates to personal value. And worker and player equate to personal leverage. So all this can be done by you as an individual. And therefore, there is an invisible barrier that comes for the next level, because that is social leverage. So many entrepreneurs struggle. They are not able to make the transition from player to performer, because the paradigm changes from personal wealth to social wealth. So make a note of this. There are more complications. In one vertical, you are a driver. A driver knows to drive. He does not know how to design that vehicle. Are you getting this very clearly? As a driver, you drive, you do not know how to design. Similarly, a designer may be very good in designing, but may not be a very good driver. So we are talking about two very different paradigms. When you are at victim level, you are a driver. You are driving your own destiny. Do these people not make their own choices? Yes or no? So what happens when you are at victim level? You exercise freedom of choice in 3 areas: time, money, and behavior. Make a note of this. You will find people at victim level complaining, grumbling, gossiping, talking about everything where they cannot exercise personal influence. So is that responsible behavior or irresponsible behavior? Can you recognize this? So this is how a victim chooses behavior. What about time? They are not productive. They are into a lot of activity, but that activity is not productivity. And third, money. They use money irresponsibly. And these are the 3 reasons why a person lands up at victim level. How do you move out? The only way to move out is by practicing discipline. When you practice discipline, you lose freedom of choice. So do you see that freedom on top? Choice. You lose freedom of choice, but you gain freedom of movement when you move to survival level. So what happens at survival level? You are having more cash flow. You are able to pay your bills. Does that give you freedom of movement? Yes. Earlier, you didn't have that money, you were in debt, you couldn't move about freely. So you did not have freedom of movement, but you had freedom of choice. When you bring in discipline, you are able to move ahead. Without discipline, you cannot move ahead. Now, at survival level, if you want to move from there to worker level, what do? You need to practice even greater accountability. Now, if you take up a job, you lose freedom of movement. You have to report to work. But now that you are reporting to work, you get more choices. You can get more assignments to work on. You could get you get more choices which you did not have before. But you lose freedom of movement. When you lose freedom of movement, you gain freedom of choice. See how this alternates. Next level at player. Again, at player level, you need to give up freedom of choice. So what is the meaning of giving up freedom of choice at player level? You cannot say yes to everybody who comes to you with their work. You need to learn to say no. So this is where, if you say you are a single window for everything and you have not segmented your market, you are not defined what you stand for, you will find that you work hard and remain at worker level, you are not able to move to player level. But if you start differentiating and saying, I will work with the top people, I will work with this particular niche and this segment in this niche, you are saying no to all the rest. When you do this and you give up your freedom of choice, you are able to move to player level and gain freedom of movement. So over here, you are designing your business, how it needs to be. At survival level, you are designing your finances, how your cash must flow. Now we come to the next level, and this is a big jump, very, very big jump, moving from player to performer. What is that big jump? You no longer, even though you move to the role of driver, but you are not driving the business, you are driving the team. This is a critical distinction. Let's look at investments. When a person who is a financial advisor, when he's at player level, he handles the terminal himself. He does the transactions himself. When he or she moves to performer level, he gets somebody else to do it. He doesn't do it. And this can also go to our personal habits. At this level, you may find that your time is far more valuable. So you may prefer to get a driver to drive your car so that you are free to use your time in a better way. This is literally what it means. So as an enterprise owner, you now do not handle work directly. You do not handle clients directly. You do not handle operations directly. You get your team to do it, which means you also lose the choice of appointing everybody. The team exercises that choice. You only appoint the senior most person, and that person then appoints the rest. You do not interfere in operations, and many of us would find it difficult to do that. And this is why we are not able to make that transition, either because we don't have the right kind of people, we don't have the right kind of competence in the team that we have, and we are not able to have the back end in place where the systems and processes are set. So you need two parts over here. A team that is competent and your systems and processes to be documented so that the team uses the systems and processes. They don't need you to explain it all to them. Next level is conductor. So you lose your freedom of choice because now you are owning multiple businesses. So you have got far more cash flow coming to you. So it gives you greater freedom of movement. Now you are not moving in the city. You are moving across states and across countries, possibly across continents, because that is the kind of freedom you get at this level. You are going abroad, looking at exhibitions, seeing what are the best things happening around, and trying to bring in the best products and services which you can offer through your businesses. Next level is trustee. So at trustee level, you again become a driver. At this level, you are creating a platform for your mission. You are in the social space. So this is where you look at creating social enterprises, not commercial enterprises. Your priorities have changed. Now you're focused on making a difference to the world. You are not focused on making money. You are focused on making this world a better place and conserving the environment. So you take up causes and not goals. At the next level, composer level, you have taken leadership position. So you may be a leader in the government. You may be leading global setups like say United Nations, etc. So these are the topmost people in authority across levels, and they are operating from this level. They make the rules of the game, and that is why they are called composers. And the next level is of course legend, which humanity gives this title. We cannot do that to ourselves. So let's look at what is the way we can get out from each level. How do you get out of victim level? You need to take personal responsibility for generating required results, which means you need to get out of your comfort zone. You need to do what is required, not what is comfortable. How do you get out of survivor? At victim level, you do not follow your passion. But at survivor level, you find your passion, you connect with your passion, you ignite your passion and move ahead. And the second very important step is you need to make yourself commercially useful. Many of us make ourselves useful to others, but we do not know how to benefit from it commercially. And this is where many of us feel used, many of us feel violated, many of us feel that it is a win-lose transaction. So this is where you need to learn how to become commercially useful as well as learn how to benefit from commercial transactions. At worker level, you need to get into business. If you want to move out of worker level, if you do not want to be an employee, then you need to have your business. What does mind your business mean? Who's that? Who's the author of Rich Dad Poor Dad?
Robert Kiyosaki.
Robert Kiyosaki. He has defined this very clearly. Mind your business means accumulating assets. What are assets? Again, he has defined it. That which puts money into your pocket. So this is what mind your own business means. Assets also means clients and customers who are putting money into your pocket every month. If they are putting money once in a while, fine, but assets mean they are giving you regular income. So this is where you need to again develop business acumen of how to have contracts that will give you regular income. Next level is, how do you move from player to performer? Sorry, that is you build an empire. How do you move from performer to conductor? You need to drive your team so that they build sustainable businesses. Today, the word is not only profitability, but sustainability. Are you able to sustain yourselves? Many businesses which were profitable have become bankrupt. They were not sustainable. Secondly, there were a lot of violations to the environment and to stakeholders. So sustainability means following corporate governance and ensuring all stakeholders are respected, including the environment. At conductor level, you need to strike the right balance between capital, profitability, and cash flows. This is where you need to have mastery of all three. And at this stage, entrepreneurs get into IPOs and taking their companies public because they have developed that mastery. How do you move from trustee to composer? By building and leaving your legacy. This is where we let go. We do not cling to the things we have created. So it requires a different mindset and it's a different paradigm altogether. That's all. So
Thank you so much, Raymond sir. Thank you so much.
So now you can not only ask me questions, but if you want me to revise something, let me know.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much for your valuable time and the fantastic knowledge we have enhanced due to your presence today. We are really grateful and honored today, sir, that we have you amongst us.
Sure.
I request anyone, if they have any questions, Raymond sir is there for a few minutes to answer those questions. If the time doesn't permit us to answer all the questions, Raymond sir is a BCBA member. He is a down-to-earth person, always available. His details will be shared to everyone after the meeting also, in the group also. So over to question answers, if any questions. Just unmute yourself and ask the questions to Raymond sir directly.
And please ask questions from your practical context for problems which you are practically facing in your business and your profession.
So, Raymond sir.
Yeah, David.
David here. David here.
Yeah, David, bol.
Yeah, as you told, any company which is earning more profit, same time if they are not honoring the values and integrity in other ethical business, then those companies will anytime they will go down or like that. So
yeah, so that's right. That's right. And have you seen practical examples of these in the recent past?
yeah, there are 2 or 3 which I personally know that those people they never attain any government norms, any taxation norms, and due to this online and everything, paper black and white available on online.
Correct.
The tax department, government department can easily track those companies and this.
Correct.
So they suffer heavy losses in that, and then definitely they regret the decision of not
Correct.
following
So
the
the
norms.
learning is you cannot create wealth
Yeah.
without following wealth creating principles, which were explained to you at the very beginning.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Sandra, you mentioned that you got a new dimension to wealth today. What did you get? You'll have to unmute yourself, Sandra.
Sandra, can you hear us? Just unmute yourself and ask the question. I think there's a network problem. Anyone else? Anyone else with any other questions? I would like to ask one small question, Raymond sir.
Bol Harman.
Sir, what is your advice to these new startups, these young guys who want to get into business with no experience? What is your special advice today for them?
Okay. Give me a second. Let me share my screen again. Okay. So please understand the progression that you need to do. Many of us, when we start our business, even what we do is we spend a lot of money first, taking an office, taking employees, starting a company, and we end up having a very high break-even point. Our fixed costs become very high. In the system, it is very clearly giving you step-by-step ways of how to start and grow your business with minimum costs. So initially, you don't even need to form a company. Company formation is required at performer level, which means still player level, you can run as a proprietor. So this is one. Okay. And then when you are moving to performer level, you can have a one-person company, you can have a private limited LLP, you can have a private limited company, and at conductor level, you can go ahead for an IPO and go public limited. So these are stages which we need to follow. Many times we don't get our basics in place. What are the basics? You need to be clear what is the value you are offering. Most of the time, we are telling people about features of our products and services, not the benefits. So this is the way, if we ourselves are not clear what is the value we are delivering, how will people take that value from us? So you need to become clear about that. Next level is building your personal brand, and then you build an organizational brand. But many times we focus on the organizational brand. Personally, we don't have that strong a credibility in the marketplace, and we don't get traction. We only end up with action. So this is why we end up with activity, not productivity. So take it one step at a time. First, just get your value proposition right. Build your personal brand, build your product or service brand, then build your organizational brand, because then you will have the money for it.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah. And one very important thing is, another mistake entrepreneurs make is to put all their money into their business. So what you need to do is you need to start paying yourself first. That is a prosperity principle. Why are you a victim? Why did you land up at that level? Because you don't have any personal net worth. You don't have any personal money. So you need to start paying yourself every month as you start getting money, even though it may not be enough. So what happens is, even if you go down, you will never hit rock bottom. So please make this very important distinction of building your personal net worth, and don't mix it up with the reserves you build also, which you need to build also in your business. Yeah, Herman.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Nina, I think you can ask the question directly. You have some questions on the screen. Nina, can you hear me?
Yes.
You had some question. Can you talk directly to Raymond sir now?
I had this question, Raymond, about so when you mentioned creating and sustaining value. Now, I'll talk from my business perspective. So I think partially you've answered it. Like, you need to also show people the benefit of what you're providing, but also how do we sustain that value? So, like in my case, I'm into a baking business. My USPs, I use wholesome grains. I don't use maida for baking. But I have trouble, getting this to people so they understand why this is good. And and then they always compare. Okay, we can get something much cheaper at a local bakery or something like that. So that is my problem. How do I make them understand, and how do I sustain that value?
Brilliant question, Nina. So let me put it like this. If you have got something to write, just draw a square. Okay, just draw a square and divide that square into 4 parts, into 4 squares. Okay, now imagine the left hand corner to be the junction of the x-axis and the y-axis of a graph. Okay, so your x-axis is value, your y-axis is volume. X-axis is value, y-axis is volume. Okay, so now at the first square, which is in the corner, you get low value, low volume. Are you understanding this? You're getting low value and low volume. Is this viable? Is this sustainable?
No.
It is not. So put a big cross in that square. Diagonally opposite, you will get high value, high volume. Is this sustainable?
Yes.
No. Give me an example of one business which is month after month giving high volume and high value. And it is there. Give me the name of some brand or some company which is in that quadrant.
I'm not able to think of anything.
That means it doesn't exist.
Okay.
You can have a spike in a particular period of time, but you cannot sustain it month after month after month. Are you getting what I'm saying? So high value, high volume is also not sustainable. Put across. What are you left with? On the
Low value,
bottom
high
right,
volume.
on the bottom right, what do you have, Nina?
Bottom right is low volume, high value.
Correct. And the
on
other
the top
square?
I have high volume, low value.
These are the only 2 business models which you can have. So if somebody is selling cheap, which quadrant is he falling into?
Low value, high volume.
Fantastic. Which is the volume you are operating in?
The last one, high value, low volume.
Low volume.
So somebody who is operating in high value, low value, high volume will focus on price. Nina, if you are going to be in low volume, high value, what will you focus on?
Value, good quality.
Correct. So you will focus on health.
Quality.
Yeah.
Correct. So you have got to educate your people, your community, your tribe, your customers on what makes you different from that low cost.
Educate करत आहे ना.
Making sense?
Education.
You need to educate. One very important aspect of marketing is educating your customers. Remember when the worms came in Cadbury chocolate? What did they do? They improved their
They
quality.
shut down.
Yeah, they improved their quality and they
Yeah.
reassured
Packaging.
customers. Okay, when it was said that Ashirwad Atta was not up to the mark, what did ITC do? It came out with advertisements to educate
Yeah.
the people onto what it is. Are you understanding what needs to be
Yes,
done?
yes, got it. Yes, they
Correct.
told that this is gluten, which is important in wheat.
Correct. So you need to focus on benefits, not features. So using wholesome grains is a feature, not a benefit. There is a benefit coming out of that which you are not articulating. That is what you need to highlight. Are you clear?
Okay. Yes, yes,
Fantastic,
very clear.
fantastic answer, Raymond sir. We are all happy with the answer and really great explanation. We all had the same question like Nina's in mind. Like we have some products which are high value, but then their volume is low, and we were wondering how could we increase the volume. So
Correct.
thank you so much, Raymond sir. Now we have time restrictions on hand. I would hand over to Samson Gomes for Thanksgiving and further announcement. Other questions we can, Raymond sir, as I said, is approachable, accessible, and all these details will be shared in BCBA. Over to Samson sir.
Hello. Thank you, Raymond sir. Practically, the concept is very true, but difficult to adjust in today's world, going with that step by step. I don't know how to go with that. Also understand your step by step will lead us to future, but at the level where our dad and mom is an entrepreneur and we are trying to survive. After 10 years, so we are at what stage? Victim or in designer driver at basic level only. From victim we came to the next step. When we'll become legend, I also don't know. We'll try for that. So thank you, Raymond sir. Raymond was the first speaker when BCBA started after the opening ceremony. So thank you, Raymond. This
Thank
is
you,
the second
Samson.
time or third time,
Thank you,
Raymond sir?
Sure.
Second.
And in the chat box, Nilesh has posted a link earlier before he left the meeting. That is for the program. So in the 9 levels which I explained, that program is designed to get you out of where you are at victim and survivor level and worker level to get you out of those levels. So that is what that program is. So the link will give you all the details for it. Thank you.
For everyone, this is our webinar. So 12th webinar completed. Next is a 13th webinar on 4th September, 5 o'clock. This is on the rules. So Advocate Dhanraj Vanjari and George Fergos, advocate, will give us the conversation, basic criminal laws, protection vulnerable youths, self-defense laws, basic human rights, and many more items which you should know while you're propagating on road, on any problems, in court cases. Basically, you should know it. No one should be able to cheat you at any given point of time. So everyone kindly register to the next event and get the benefits. So thank you. So I guess we have completed our time schedule also. So we'll now log out. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much for everyone for joining, and thank you, Samson sir. If anybody wants to just discuss or hang out for some few minutes, we can continue, or then we can leave.
Thank you, everybody. This is Alex signing off. It was nice talking to you all.
Thank you, sir.
Raymond said it was very nice, very nice. We are all always impressed with you, because, and you were our first, as Samson mentioned, or BCBA's first speaker on record.
Correct.
Thank you so much for always supporting us.
But Raymond sir, that's a big question. Coming from the level of a victim and going up to a certain third or fourth level, I'm not asking going to legend. We should think of legend, I don't know, but
From what
as
level?
an education, if we have completed education, for us, climbing to a next step and earning is the one step only. If we haven't taken education directly, business, directly jumping onto next level, that was easy. Here, everything is restricted for us. you have to earn, you have to have this much amount in your kitty monthly. There is a basic restriction which happens. After the age of 10 years of business, we understand that we need money, so we take some money and invest again in a bank. Sometimes 50% bank, 50% business. We don't put 10% in bank and 90% business. Still.
So
I think
from what level
Samsung's-
you want to move? From what level you want to move? From survival level?
I have missed
Samson?
that chart. I have missed that chart.
Me,
At least to a multi-business fashion and operating with the colleagues for multi-business, because it's not only one business we can survive, it's at least 2-3 business which we can guide them. So I want them to let the business grow. So I have till date I was a proprietor for 2 businesses. I
Right.
entered the 3rd business as partner. So let
Right.
that business also success. It's like I want to make him go above. So at least performer conductor level. I want
Correct.
to drive performer. I don't want conductor. Performer is like I want to have that 2-3 business get set up with their own self. Let them grow. I will be
Right.
sleeping again at that time. So when it grows, I will become sleeping. He will be working. At the start level, I will be working, making him understand this is the culture, this is the understanding, and let him grow.
Okay.
Which I am doing in the group from 2 people.
Okay. So Samson, at what level? Is it survivor or is it worker? At what level is the person today?
Confused
If the
between
person-
worker, survivor, and victim. Victim is not
Okay.
the survivor, worker.
If-
Mind your own business.
Okay, so if you are at survivor level, you want to move to worker level, you
Performer.
need to
Destination is
Pardon?
performer. Destination is
No.
performer.
agreed, but you have to move step by step.
Ah.
This is one of the problems we make. We want to jump.
Currently is at worker level.
Okay.
Worker.
So if you want to move from worker to player, very easy. What you need to do is you need to learn to say no. And that we are not ready to do.
Wow.
What do I mean?
Now it's a crisis. Again, now it's a crisis.
Whatever work is coming, you need to learn to say no and say yes only to high value projects. So let me give you an example. In COVID times, I'm coaching an architect in Goa. And do you know what? He has got 8 projects and he has got a team of about 9 people. And he realized he had to stop saying no to all the other works, which is giving him more headaches, little money, and is taking time away from quality projects, which are well paying. You need to be clear what is your fixed cost, and you need to ensure you only take projects which can pay you to sustain that cost and still give you a lifestyle, because you need to pay your team, you need to pay for your overheads, and you need to ensure quality, and that costs money. You cannot do that by taking every project you get.
That is true. At this moment, I am rejecting some of the projects. But
Yeah.
going to performer, I have to drive a business team. It's like you are understanding.
No.
I want to drive 3 businesses.
Slow. तू आता गाडी चालवत आहे. Okay, you are moving from 2nd gear to 3rd gear. Without building enough momentum, you cannot move from 3rd gear to 4th gear, Samson. You need enough momentum, which means there is something called as capacity building and capability building. Without that, you cannot move ahead. You can't just jump from one level to another. So you have to have the team in place, and that team cannot be the same people who you work with at player level. Please understand this. The team which kept you at player level is not going to take you to performer level.
Okay.
Secondly, your business model at player level, you will never be able to afford the team that you actually need and deserve at performer level. You cannot afford it. So your business model has to change. So, which means your value proposition has to change. You need to position yourself differently in people's mind in the market.
Okay, that's true. Got one point.
And you need to make the transition from personal brand to organizational brand. Organizational brand at performer level needs to be stronger than personal brand at player level. That's your second point.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you. I need to leave. So can we call it a day? Thank you, Raymond, sir, so much.
Okay,
Yes.
thank you.
Take care.
Stop the recording first. Stop the recording and then we.
Thank you once again. Thank you, Raymond sir. Thank you to
Thank
the
you.
organizing committee.
Right.
Thank you.
Ramsel sir,
Bye-bye.
Ramsel.
Thank you, everyone, for participating. Let us meet on the next webinar on 4th September, the panel discussion.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you to all the participants. Thank you very much.
Welcome.
Thank you, Raymond sir. Thanks to entire team of organizers.
Thank you, Sandra. Welcome.
Raymond sir, actually you are really a passionate coach. And if there is a passion, we'll definitely move forward for value creation. Like we will upgrade our skills. Really a great session.
Sure. Take care. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Yeah. Have a nice time, everyone.
Nice. Bye.
Bye.
चलो कट कर दो